Alright people, so I want to make another video here about this whole Hulk Hogan thing. And people are like, freaking out about this and whatever and saying, oh, Hulk Hogan's a racist. He made a racist remark. And, whatever you say about it, you got to admit it's racist. I'm not going to say that. People, I don't know if you don't have any friends or haven't been out in the real world or don't understand, how people talk in, a private conversation together. But people, when they're with their friends or whatever, they don't worry about being racist or or offending anybody, because you're in a small group with your friends. You know that nobody's going to hear it. It's not a professional environment. So, pretty much anything goes. And, people might say a racist remark and just joke around about it, all right? They might joke around, like, for example, if you're driving in the car or whatever and you see a black person and you're with your friends, he's getting back from selling his drugs or but it's just a joke. It's not, doesn't mean you're just joking around, all right? So in when Hulk Hogan, he might have been upset at this Stax guy who's a rapper and he's a fucking idiot, rapping about drugs and whatever. And he may have called the guy the N-word because, he was pissed at him because he's a fucking gangster. Doesn't mean he's racist against him. He's just mad at the black guy or the guy, whatever the fuck you want to say, because he's not a good guy. And, black people can use the fucking word and not get criticized, but when a white person uses the word, it's automatically racist. So it's just like a double standard almost. And again, it doesn't mean Hulk Hogan is racist. I mean, he just used the fucking word. Again, I've heard people use the word all the time to describe a black person who they might not like. Doesn't mean that they're being, I don't use the word. I don't fucking use the word. I don't use the word cracker or the N-word or whatever. But I've heard people use it to describe a black person they don't like or whatever. Doesn't mean they're being racist. Just means they don't like the black person. So I just wanted to talk about that and just say, just because you use the N-word, I mean, Obama used it. He fucking used the N-word. Does that mean he's racist? I mean, so, and for people who you've said the N-word, again, it doesn't mean they're racist. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous to say, oh, Hulk Hogan made a racist comment. Not necessarily. He might have just been talking about this black guy, which I think is the case, because there's no previous indications that he's racist. And Virgil came out and said, oh, Hulk Hogan's not racist. I don't think he is. He's a Christian. He seems like a good guy and everything. So, I mean, my guess is Hulk Hogan was talking about this guy, this black guy, and he might have been, talking to somebody, and he's like, yeah, this nigger's dating my daughter, or something like that. I think that's what he probably said, and he's a bad guy. Just might have been enraged about this guy dating his daughter. I think that's the most likely probable case that happened here. Yeah, people are saying, oh, it's racist. No, it's not racist, probably. I don't think it's racist. Now, if he would have said, oh, I don't want my daughter dating a black person, I hate black people, all black people are bad, I mean, that's another issue, but I don't think that happened, and there's no indication that happened. I think he was just talking about this guy, and was genuinely upset probably at this guy because he is a gangster. So there you go, people. Just because you say the N-word does not mean you're racist. Again, Obama used it, and Obama's a horrible person, but I'm not going to say, oh, Obama's racist just for that one instance. I mean, you could, talk about other things Obama has done, but I'm not going to fucking, focus on anybody just because they said the N-word. I'm not going to say, oh, you're racist because you said the N-word. People use the N-word all the time. Doesn't mean they're racist. And they do it in the privacy of their own homes, in a private conversation. In a professional setting, that's a different issue. But Hulk Hogan did this in a private, place, and it shouldn't fucking be a big fucking deal. All right, just because you say the N-word It's not doesn't necessarily mean you are racist. So there you go, people.